Hi, I'm Laura, Omniyogagirl, and today we're going to be covering how to pike press up into headstand. So pressing into headstand takes a mixture of strength and flexibility. It particularly helps if you have quite long hamstrings, so make sure you stretch them out with some forward folds before you try this. We also really want to engage the core strongly as well as keeping the shoulder girdle broad and strong. So in order to pike press, some people describe it, and I think it's quite useful, that once you want to float your feet up off the mat and start lifting up into a headstand, you almost want to really feel like someone is kind of punching you in the lower belly. But that just really speaks to the strong engagement you need. So use your banders. Make sure you're pulling up your pelvic floor and really suck that lower belly back in towards the spine just as you start to lift up. We also want the shoulders to be really strong. And even though it's called a headstand, actually most of the weight is on the arms. So you want to press the elbows and the forearms into the mat. So you're taking more of the weight on your arms, although there can be some on your head. Anyway, I'll demonstrate it now and let's see how we get on. So to pike press into headstand, we want to set up a strong foundation first with our arms and shoulders. And we want to focus on stacking the hips correctly. So we want to bring the hips up over the shoulders and then bring them past the shoulders slightly in order to float the feet up off the mat. So even though it's a headstand, there's not a lot of weight on your head. Most of the weight is being taken by the elbows, the shoulders, and the forearms. So as I say, press them into the mat. That's your foundation. Make it nice and strong and solid. And as we walk the feet in, you want to walk them in probably more than you think you need to stack the hips correctly. And you'll feel a certain sense of lightness in the feet when you're ready to press. Then really strongly engage the core and float the feet up off the mat. We want it to be as nice and controlled as possible. So we'll start by setting up the foundation. Clasp the elbows with your hands. This is where you want your elbows to stay. They do have a tendency to want to slide outwards, so kind of keep them glued in place. Clasp the hands together, but keep them open so they're like a cup. Hug the elbows towards each other and press them into the mat. Place the top of the head on the mat, back of the head against the hands. And then walk the feet in. Walk them in until you feel that sense of lightness. Squeeze the tummy. Come all the way up. So really pushing the mat away, belly pulled in, feet together, point the toes, and then to come back down, just drop one foot down and release the head. Coming to rest in child's pose for a couple of breaths. So keep working on it. If at first it doesn't happen or your legs feel like dead weights that aren't going to lift up, then perhaps video yourself. It could be that you're not taking the hips far enough over. You could also use perhaps some blocks under the feet to help elevate your hips and get them in the right position. Obviously, feel free to practice with your back against a wall in order to build some confidence. Please do let me know if you give it a try, and don't forget to click subscribe. Thank you very much.